So, Deshaun Watson. It has come down the pipe that Deshaun Watson was getting 6 games from this judge that privately investigated the situation. That is the most that she could give him. There was, I guess, there was something that was in there that I read that she could have chose to give him a whole year, but she would have had to go through all these different steps, and it's not what the CBA agreed. The players' union would have immediately sued, and it would have been a whole big thing. But she knew if I give him 6, which is the max that I can give him underneath the sexual assault silo of this collective bargaining agreement, that then Roger Goodell can do what he does, where he is going to appeal, and I would assume he's going to go for a whole year. I say that. I don't know. Maybe it's half a year. Maybe it's 8 games. But my guess is that it's the whole year. Again, we talked about it a little bit last week. It comes up more and more. I mean, do I think that what he did was creepy and weird? Yes. Do I think it was wrong? Yes. Do I think that it was illegal? I mean, if he wasn't grabbing hands and putting them on cocks, if he wasn't forcing girls' heads down, it's hard for me to say, yeah, that was wrong. That was illegal. It makes me question the Browns for this year, especially fantasy football wise. Right now, I have them in my question mark area, which we will get to. But they're rapidly, if there is no Deshaun Watson for the entire year, they will move into the I will not draft any Brown. I don't want Amari Cooper. I don't want Nick Chubb. I definitely don't want Kareem Hunt. I put him on here too. Bad sign for a running back to say, I want out of here, and for them to say no. Because that's what just happened. Recently, within the last 2 days, Kareem Hunt requested a trade from the Cleveland Browns, and they told him no. I understand why they told him no, because if you are not the leader of the team, a.k.a. the quarterback, or a star defensive player, or a star receiver maybe. I mean, I guess you could be a star running back. You could be Derrick Henry or somebody like that. Jonathan Taylor might have that kind of power. But Kareem Hunt does not. And so he can ask for that shit all he wants, but it's like, no, I'm not going to. No. You're a running back. You're a dime a dozen. Like, we will find another running back. At least that's how the Browns feel. I think Kareem Hunt's really good, and I think they need him for that 1-2 punch of Nick Chubb. None of that matters if it's Jacoby Brissett. Which is why if Deshaun Watson is out for a year, I will move on from Cleveland and not draft a single Cleveland Brown. I'm not high on many of the Cleveland Browns either. Even if Deshaun does play, I think it makes Amari Cooper a better pickup, but not a lock, not a top tier. And I don't think Amari Cooper is that anyways. I never have been big on Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper will play 1 down, then he's got to go sit down for 3, then he comes out and he plays another down, then he goes out for a half a game, then he comes back in after he's been in the trainer's fucking little thing forever. He just loves getting taped up. That's all it is. Fuck you. Fuck the Cowboys too. I just thought I'd throw that in there. But yeah, the Browns, man, is it going to end up working out? I guess that's the question if you're a Browns fan. Yes, this year is kind of a wash. I think the Browns ownership accepted that. That's why they gave him that the contract where he only is going to lose $1 million from the first year or whatever it is. But are they going to win a Super Bowl? Now, here's the thing. To me, Deshaun Watson is a top 5 quarterback. The minute he steps back on and there's a lot of good fucking quarterbacks. I'm putting him above Justin Herbert. I'm putting him above Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott. He's above all of that. The only people that he's not above are the Tom Brady's, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I think Joe Burrow's sniffing his heels, but I think Deshaun's still ahead of Joe Burrow. And he's ahead of Justin Herbert and those other guys I named too, because I've seen it proven in the playoffs. I've seen him come back and beat Josh Allen. I've seen some incredible feats from Deshaun Watson with not a lot around him. It's not like the Texans were constantly giving him the best of the best. This was him piecing it together with whatever he could with just DeAndre Hopkins. So, I think the Browns eventually will say this was a win, especially because they've had such turmoil at that quarterback position for so long. And I think that they do well next year. Obviously, this year, not so much. But next year, I think the Browns are a much better team. They're fighting Cincinnati for that division. But I am not going to be a Browns draftee. I will not draft a lot of Browns this year because there's a lot of question marks around them. There's a couple of teams like this that have a lot of off-season turmoil that makes you kind of go, ugh, I don't know. Arizona being one of them. But Cleveland right now, they are moving into my do not draft new strategy, which I will get to you later. But yeah, Deshaun Watson, 6 games. I would imagine it goes to a full year. I'm rooting for Deshaun Watson. I wanted him to get out of Houston because I realized that we are not anywhere near a Super Bowl, and he needed to get a little closer because he is an all-time great as far as the position goes. When you think of Big Ben, I don't know if the first thing that comes to your mind is what he did. I don't know if that's what will follow this guy around for his whole career. If he wins, it definitely will go away. If he wins, you'll see more and more of that narrative kind of disappear because it'll just be about his play on the field. So we'll see what happens. But Kareem Hunt, I'm out on. And if there's no Deshaun Watson, I'm out on Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper. I don't really know who else you would want from that team. If you're talking about later, you want David Njoku or Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm not happy about it. You do what you want, but I'm probably going to steer clear of the Browns. Moving on.